very good to listen to. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Bronte. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm back. Well, I'll just say kia ora, and thank you all for taking your time. What are we, day 5, and all the submissions you received. I can't imagine how much there's going on inside your heads. So I'll make mine nice and quick. I spent over 5 hours at the South Library attempting to read volumes 1 and 2, both roughly 200 to 300 pages long. However, after the first 20 pages being black and white with a copy and paste of tables and figures, I turned to what I call the LTP for Dummies, 60 pages with pretty pictures and what I thought would be simple and clear. Yet, I am still just as lost. Lost is why the roads are still not fixed from 2012, why building cycle is more of a focus in our residents and needs, approving more and more townhouses, yet taking away more and more car parks. The stated costs within the LTV budget should be the ceiling spending and not a target. I hope that the future spending is wise and focuses on what is important to our residents. The plan looks at creating an inviting city for the future with tourists and events, to which I agree, as this allows money to go towards local businesses and our city. Anecdotally, from a conference I attended at Te Pai, I had the opportunity to ask tourists visiting Christchurch what they thought about our city. 3 common answers related to road parking, the water, and facility and spaces. To quickly sum, they loved the terrace and riverside and the environment and atmosphere it created. The water quality was not as good, and in a new council building, it was quite poor. It was mentioned that at the Airbnbs and hostels that they were staying at, they had filters, so they really noticed the taste at the conference. And finally, the visitors struggled to find parking or were forced to pay an extreme amount of up to $40 a day. Christchurch is a city of 4 seasons in one day, and I personally do not wish to bike uphill, especially every day, especially after a day of work, let alone in the winter. And from my brief experience using the buses in Christchurch, they were not reliable and put me off taking the bus again. I like the freedom of my own car, and I want to come into our city and shop and enjoy, but it's not inviting with the expensive parking and the poorly managed road systems to get there. Traffic lights are a hit and miss, sensors do not work, main intersections that have heavy traffic and peak times do not have right arrows, and those that do not turn off red and make cars wait another rotation or aren't on long enough, causing frustration and the risk of red light runners. And with these new bike lanes and lights, there's added congestion and complications. Some simple and effective fixes to our roads, lights and waters, I believe, will make a happier city and give more faith to the council for their future projects. Oh, and look after our heritage. Thank you.
Good. Any... You? No? Kelly.
Thanks, Bronte. I don't think we're related.
Nice last line.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, I mean, there's some really interesting thoughts here. What are you particularly pleased in a positive sense that we are doing right?
I think having the stadium go through and a lot of focus into that is right in the aspect of like creating future events that would bring crowds and tourism. I did... Oh, now you've got me thinking my pretty pictures. I just think being wise with... I don't mind the projects that have been put forward, except for the fact I think there may be too many at one time that overlap each other and they could be worked in together a lot better. And so, example, ripping up a road to fix a water pipe. I know sometimes things happen, pipes break, they need to be replaced, something emergency happens. But if you know that this whole stretch of road is going to need a replacement on this, and it will need this as well, working together to make that happen in one go. And I had a thought last night, and I was saying, if I looked at the city from like a bird's eye, I feel like we're looking at the streets like a grayscale version of Alma, just patches of roadworks and new tar seal here and some over there, instead of actually repairing the roads.
Yeah. So better planning.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
Tyler, and then that'll do. Oh, you done? Oh, sorry, Tyrone. It's hard to tell you apart, sorry.
Thanks for that, Bronte. I was just keen to get your comments on the roundabout improvements that are happening at the bottom of Dyers Pass Road.
Is this in the LTP? I think it's already started. Yeah, what about it?
I was just keen to get your comments on
I
it.
can talk to you afterwards, that's fine.
Okay, you can talk to him afterwards. That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I was cautious of the time, you know.
Oh no! It's up to me. I can let you talk all night.
You really don't want to hear that. No.
Okay, you catch up with him afterwards. That's great.
Sure? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jared, please.